Hey guys, this is Noob Nerd here. Hope you all had a day to process everything that came out from Warner Brothers Hall H conference. Still reacting to that now, but yeah, today I'll be going through Warner Brothers conference or Hall H presentation, and all the other stuff will be in a separate video later on. So yeah, we're gonna be starting off with Fantastic Beasts sequel, and I'm gonna be honest, I haven't watched the first one. I just feel like I just watch Harry Potter, it's done for me. But I might need to watch it because the trailer for the second one looked very good. Just some very interesting ideas. They expand the lore, but it doesn't feel like they're just relying on nostalgia. They are trying to do new stuff with new beasts, new characters. It's loads of characters. They released like a poster with like all the characters, like so many characters. So yeah, seems to be interesting. And Johnny Depp did come out. He played the character, but didn't get the best reception. There were a few boos apparently. Of course, the allegations between him and Amber Heard, if you didn't know. And of course, Amber Heard's in the Aquaman movie, so there were fans of her there. So it was a bit awkward, but yeah, I do like it when actors come out and play characters, because I remember Loki, Tom Hiddleston came out. It's like it shows that they're kind of dedicated to what they're doing and want to please the fans as well. So yeah, it was brave of him. So yeah, and I like Johnny Depp. I like Amber Heard. I like both of them, and I'm kind of sad that they got into this situation, to be honest, where two fans are both against each other. But in my opinion, I think Warner Brothers should have known better than to do that. They could have got like another actor, like two actors to to go with him, not just Johnny Depp by himself. But what can you do? Yeah, so I can't really talk much about Fantasy because I haven't actually watched like any of the movies. But I think at the end of the second trailer that came out, the trailer that came out in Comic-Con was that old guy who said he was immortal. Apparently he made the Sorcerer's Stone with Dumbledore. So yeah, that's interesting lore. Dumbledore actor, he seems good. He seems good. I haven't actually seen him in anything, but he looks like one of those actors that are just good actors. You know, they didn't just get him because he's famous and he's gonna play Dumbledore and stuff. He's like, they apparently got this really good actor to play Dumbledore, and they got this really popular actor Johnny Depp to play Grindelwald, who seems to be very interesting. I like the scene where he's like in the clouds riding those chariot. That's really cool. But he's a villain, of course, and I like his last line, "Newt Scamander." I hope Dumbledore. No, do you think Dumbledore will mourn you? And of course, Johnny. He's a great actor. Great actors in this, and Eddie Redmayne. I haven't actually seen him in any movie, but he's a very popular actor. My family know him a lot, like know him from the movies, obviously, but I haven't actually seen him in anything. So I might need to watch Fantastic Beasts now. So that's good. It's persuaded me to actually watch the film. So yeah, we're gonna move on from that. And what was next after that? Godzilla. Yes. I watched the first one. Of course, it was a great movie in my opinion. But of course, like many people, they agreed that they focused a bit too much on the human characters. Like, I'm not saying they were bad characters, but just like Godzilla. You know, they just saved him till the end. And it was very satisfying, but still, by the end of it, I was like, oh, they could have shown more of him. But of course, I think they're course correcting that a bit. King of the Monsters, following King Kong's movie. I haven't actually watched that yet, so I need to watch that. But I like how they're not like, oh, everything's connected, you have to watch everything. Like, you can watch this at your own pleasure. Just a good blockbuster movie that happens to be connected to the Kong Skull Island movie and, of course, the first Godzilla movie. They're going to be doing the three monsters, King Ghidorah, or something like that. Sorry, I forgot that name wrong. I'm butchering these names. Of course, they originated from Japan. Of course, they got the Japanese actor still on there. He's the only actor coming from the first one, Ken Watanabe, the one who said the famous line, "Let them fight," which is brilliant. I'm glad he's back. At least one actor's back from the first one, just give it a little bit of connective tissue. And the monsters are great. They're showing them off without showing them off, if you know what I mean. It's like very cool. Godzilla, of course, shown more because we've already seen him. I just love his atomic breath. Like, I remember sitting next to my family, they were just I knew he had atomic breath. So So I was like expecting it, but then my family, everyone in the audience was like, "Oh my god, it's got bloody holy crap!" They just thought it was a dinosaur, like the original 1998 one, where he just stood around, just knocked out buildings and crap. So yeah, it's people. You could say that they're putting too many monsters, but it's like it's not really character. It's not like a cinematic universe where it's like, oh, too many characters stuffed into there, as you could know what I'm referring to there. But yeah, you know what I mean. No, so there's no reason why they can't pull it off, and they got some. They still got some decent actors there. They got Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things, but I do think she's too similar to Eleven. But hopefully in the actual movie, she's actually a different character, and they do hint to her being connected to other characters. And they got I think Ice Cube's son or something like that from Straight Outta Compton. I haven't watched that. That's another movie I haven't watched. I need to watch that. And yeah, people recognize him as well, so that should draw people from there as well, and people from Stranger Things as well. So yeah, it looks really, really cool. I'm definitely watching it. It's just one of those things that it appeals to everyone. Hopefully it'll appeal to Japanese people who are diehard, American people that are diehard on the source material. It's all very good. Like, so I'm very excited. The trailer was very well done. You could say the music didn't really fit, but I think it did. I think it just portrayed the beautiful nature that now they're in awe of these monsters. Yeah, they're scary, but at the end of the day, we're watching them. We should be proud of them. Godzilla's on our side, I think. Yes, come on, get in there. And I love how they hinted that in the first movie. That was very cool. And yeah, he's gonna go against those 3 other monsters, Titans as they call it. Of course, already talked about Titans, DC Titans in my other video. Cheeky plug there. Very good. So yeah, and he'll be. I assume he's one of those things where the title kind of gives away what's gonna happen. Godzilla's gonna hopefully win. Maybe get a few scars or something. Maybe he gets injured or has to go back in the surface, but he will be the king of the monsters. And yeah, and that will hopefully segue to the King Kong v Godzilla movie. And that's going to be insane. So yeah, I'm very excited for that. Now we move on to the DC movies. I think this is what we're all looking forward to, boys and girls. Let's go. Wonder Woman, 1984. Some pictures have been leaked, but not as much as like Suicide Squad like 2 years ago. And yeah, what's the director's name? I keep forgetting the name. The director of Wonder Woman, she said not to leak it specifically. And yeah, and yeah, it didn't really get leaked, but I did see it. It did get leaked eventually, and it looked very cool. Her in the mall, and you could say that it kind of goes against like the continuity set by Zack Snyder's universe, but who gives a crap? Let's just go. Come on, Wonder Woman. She's fake. I'm very excited for this, and yeah, and they say it's not a sequel. Like, well, it is a sequel, but they said it's not a sequel. So it's its own story. And hopefully it can just be a really cool story that builds upon what happened before, and just be a really cool superhero film that tackles issues but while also being fun at the same time. So yeah, they didn't release a trailer because it's so far out, so that makes sense. That's cool. That's a good decision. And Warner Brothers, they made really good decisions here, and they released the Shazam teaser trailer and the Aquaman. Of course, Aquaman was already confirmed. Obviously, we're getting so close to December now. And Shazam, they could have easily just like kept Shazam to themselves. So they showed Shazam off. They showed him off to the public. I think it's one of those things that Shazam's not the most popular character, even though I love him and people love him as well. But I haven't read the comics. Loads of people wouldn't have read the comics. Introduced him to the world and build upon that until April. And April's my birthday actually, so that'd be very cool to watch Shazam on there. So let's talk about the trailer. And it was, oh my god, I can't even. I'm speechless. I'm actually speechless at how well they've just portrayed that character. It's absolutely spot on, in my opinion. From Billy Batson to Freddie Freeman to the whole foster family dynamic. Well, they haven't showed that off yet. How good they're holding off and stuff. They're now having spoiling everything. The Wizard Shazam. Oh, yes. Yes. Janam Hamsu, whatever his name is, he's going to be the Fisherman King. He's that guy in Guardians of the Galaxy. He's like, oh, Star-Lord? Who? He's getting lots of work. I think they added him in post-production or something. I like how they keep him like hidden. Like the wizard's face hidden, his grey hairs, everything. You see like the chairs like next to his seat. Oh, it's so good. And that teases other stuff. Black Adam maybe as well. Hopefully there's a post-credit scene. They're just taking things, build like make this character popular, make this character likable, nice, make this, and then build upon that for future films. That's what DC are doing. I think Walter Hamada, who's the new Warner Brothers president, and Jeff Johns, who's obviously a comic writer, who's now helping do the stories of this and Aquaman. They're really just starting off just from the ground up and just building upon it to create something more cohesive and more attainable for everyone involved. Because, of course, Batman v Superman, I loved it, but loads of people didn't like it. Justice League was just a bit of a mess. It's still a good, fun film to some extent, but it's like they didn't really know what they were doing with that. It's like half of it was this, half of it was that. Now they have a cohesive vision. They know what they're doing. It's just, the jokes in the trailer was so funny. It was just like, my favourite one was really this. It was like, when Asher Angel, who plays Billy Batson, was like, oh, Wizard's like, say my name. It's so serious, so stoic. Evan, he's like, say my name, Shazam, Evan. He's like, are you for real? Like, that's really hard to pull off. Like, it looks easy to pull off, but trust me, that's, for comedy, is really hard to pull off. And he did that brilliantly. He was like, are you for real? Evan, the Wizard's like, say it! Evan, he's like, oh, okay. Chill out. Oh my god, so brilliant. Evan, Freddie Freeman, who's the superhero lover, that's good. I like that, making him relevant, making not just be that guy who's just there. He's helping him develop his powers. And yeah, it's gonna be so cool. Hopefully they do the thing. Hopefully, like in sequels, they do that thing with the whole Foster family become superheroes for at least a bit. It's so good. And the Fortnite dance, relevant to the kids, and that can go a long way. Of course, it can be a bit cringy to people who are like, okay, had another Fortnite, but it's relevant. It's cool. That's what a kid would do. And this is a kid. This is a story of a kid becoming a superhero. And it's and they've nailed it. But the suit, it could be argued that the lights are a bit like too much, a bit cheesy, but I think it's alright. I think it's good. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And now, enough about that, and going on to Aquaman, which is coming out in December. They didn't do a teaser trailer. They just went to trailer 1. Aquaman, it's not like, I think Shazam one is better. The trailers are better. It doesn't mean the movie's gonna be better, but it's still a great trailer, Aquaman. The music choice, I've heard that music choice before for action movies, kind of like standard, but it's like they use it well here. They made you hyped, like it really got you hyped. Of course, Mira looks great. I like in the beginning they showed off just introduced how did he get to this stage, because people don't know that. We still don't really know that from Justice League, which is kind of embarrassing how we still don't know. But of course, Aquaman's job is to introduce that, and I really like the young actors they portrayed for Jason Momoa for the young Aquaman. Like, of course, they had another bully scene, which is like kind of the same as Shazam trailer, but that was a really cool scene. And I tweeted this on my Twitter, another plug to my Twitter, that it's like the Harry Potter scene, like where he's like talking to the snake, but on steroids. There's like Sea Life Center. All the fish are coming, and I'm not a biggest fan of Sea Life Centers. Like, I'm one of those geezers like the water's not that interesting. But of course, movies like Finding Nemo, Finding Dory find a way to make the water interesting. I know it seems kind of ridiculous that I'm talking about that when it comes to Aquaman, which is supposed to be a cool character, but it's just making me excited about like what's underneath the waters and stuff, which I'm not usually into. That I'm not usually into, like, oh yeah, the water and all that, all these sea creatures, and 70% is not discovered yet. Like, okay, I don't care, but this makes me care. It makes me like fantasize of what's going on, like sci-fi fantasy. That's adventure, Indiana Jones, Lord of the Rings. That's a good blend, but they're not making it like, oh, it's the same movie. It's like different. It's its own thing. And yeah, it's very good. Black Manta looks absolutely brilliant. And I like that subtle Wakanda arms crossed Wonder Woman thing. I see what he's trying to do. Good thing. Abdul Rahim II plays him. It's fantastic. Well, that's one of the coolest names ever. Brilliant stuff. More diversity. It's just... I'm actually speechless. Like, Warner Brothers, they seem to be doing... Hopefully the movies match the trailers. It's just like, they seem to be knowing what they're doing. James Wan, he's got a singular vision, using his horror roots, but into something new. And, of course, backtracking on Shazam. Lights Out director, I watched Lights Out in theatres. I think it was a very good horror movie as well. They're getting really cool horror directors, and they're just making them have their own vision, and they know what they're doing. Patty Jenkins doing their own thing. This is how you do it. Build upon it, build upon it, build upon it, and then you lead to the crossover, and then when the crossover happens, it's just amazing. And it doesn't even have to be Justice League. It can just be like Superman, Shazam, Black Adam, just them three coming together. It's all alone. Maybe Green Lantern and Flash coming together, like in the comics. It's just small crossovers like that can go a long way if you actually like make these characters likable to begin with and like develop to begin with. And then you can have the massive Justice League ones that feel so satisfying, even more satisfying. And yeah, if they carry like this, like who knows what they can do. The CGI, some CGI shots are a bit weird, but most CGI shots are very cool, especially the Atlantis shot, which is the big selling point. This is Atlantis. This is it. This is what we're seeing. Ocean Master looks great. Black Manta looks great. I like how they got the actor from James Wan's previous movies and into playing Ocean Master, but he doesn't seem like he's just there just to be there. He seems to be a cool villain character. Hopefully they develop him. Maybe don't just make him a guy who's like, oh, I'm the rightful there. So hopefully they develop his character and be like, he's not just just a mustache twirling villain, but he seems cool. He looks cool. He's got the look for it. The seahorses, the sharks. It's just making me pumped, and it's only a few months away. And hopefully they don't spoil much. I thought they spoiled much on the first time round, but I don't think they did. I think they just holding out. Don't give us too much on Black Manta. Don't give us too much on Ocean Master. Hint at it in the other trailers, next trailers, but not too much. But yeah, I could probably talk about this for ages, to be honest. Like I could talk about this for like an hour or so, but maybe not the best for YouTube. But if you want me to talk more about it, comment below if you want me to talk about it. I think what else came? Am I missing anything? I don't think I am. From Warner Brothers, at least. I'll be talking about other stuff, Injustice, Flash, Iron Fist. Don't worry, I'll be talking about it in my next video. But thank you guys for watching. It has been a satisfying Comic-Con. And yeah, if you want me to talk about, like, comment, subscribe. Check out my other stuff coming in a few days. Check out my previous video. And yeah, it's only just begun. See you guys next time. Bye.